an unidentified serial killer who operated in Northern California in the 1960s. He's a brutal and barbaric murderer who developed a thirst for slaying people whilst taunting the police. This cold-blooded killer showed no remorse to his victims as he executed them all for his own amusement. Listen to the way the Zodiac killer carried out his murderous rampage in grisly detail. This guy was no ordinary murderer, and rather than skulking around in the shadows, he wanted to be known and he wanted to be feared by everyone. Rather than avoiding the spotlight, he craved media attention and seemed to enjoy taunting police with cryptic notes and clues as he left a trail of death behind him. The Zodiac killer murdered 5 people seemingly at random in the San Francisco Bay Area in 1968 and 1969. He claimed in letters to police that there were dozens more victims, although this was never confirmed. His deadly rampage began in December 1968 when 2 teenagers were shot to death in a parking lot. Then about 7 months later, another 2 people were shot in a parked car, although one did survive. It was then that the local newspaper started getting letters from someone anonymously claiming to be responsible for the slayings and teasing them with clues. The newspaper said the letters contained coded messages explaining the killer's motive, as well as a key to help readers decipher his identity. Now each letter closed with a symbol consisting of a circle with a cross through it in what would become known as the Zodiac killer's symbol. The letters were also each accompanied by one part of a 3-part cipher that he claimed contained his identity. In one such message it read, "I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest, because man is the most dangerous animal of all to kill, something that gives me the most thrilling experience. It is even better than getting your rocks off with a girl, and the best part of it is that when I die, I will be reborn in paradise, and all those who I have killed will become my slaves. I will not give you my name because you will try to slow me down or stop my collection of slaves for my afterlife." However, despite these coded messages letters, the authorities did not crack the code, revealing his name, and the Zodiac killer went on to stab 2 more people a few months later. He kept taunting police and made threats through letters sent to area newspapers from 1969 to 1974 before abruptly ceasing communication. Then about 2 weeks later, the killer struck again, fatally shooting a 29-year-old taxi driver, and just days later the Zodiac mailed a piece of his latest victim's bloody shirt to the Chronicle newspaper. Now, whilst many theories regarding the identity of the killer have been suggested, the only suspect that the authorities ever publicly named was someone called Arthur Lee Allen, who was an elementary school teacher who was a convicted sex offender who subsequently died in 1992. But that was never substantiated, and to this day no suspects have been confirmed in the case. The San Francisco Police Department said the investigation is still ongoing. So the Zodiac killer remains a mystery unsolved, and this evil, dangerous and murderous suspect remained at large and never saw his justice for his slayings.